sports coverage of the National Football League.
That boy Sonny.
Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
I went to your meet.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium.
I used too skinny to be doing that. I was like, what weight class is this nigga? I was like, hold the fuck up. That's my brother. But I don't want to smoke with that nigga. You hear me, Sean? I ain't want to smoke with that nigga. I was like, yeah. What? Nah, he got it. I don't know. It didn't look like it.
Never got pins. That nigga fucked me up so bad.
Bro, what the fuck? You should let me tell you.
To throw is Stafford. And the catch good. It's Eifert. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then they turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Play action. Stafford. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Unable to corral him. He fights through. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the quarterback this year.
The Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39, Wilson.
That's not a fucking play.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stafford now to throw. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. 20! Touchdown, L.A.! Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this will go to Carson out wide. There's a nice move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off at 6. Nice connection.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At their own 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. First and 10 at the 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Second and inches at the 8-yard line. To the air again, Stafford. And quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First and goal at the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Akers. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Brought down just shy of the goal line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal. Second down and goal. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Now Stafford on third and goal. Touchdown! Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawks take over first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Akers hit. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring at three.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle. Carson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. On the move to his left. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here. Lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. That's what he is, baby. That's he will take this all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They go play action now. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Rams' 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. For an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Jacob Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
So on attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
38, Rams 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 35.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Here's Stafford.
at their 49-yard line.
Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And 7 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Steps, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacob Harris with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The 16-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Wilson to throw. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's an